What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I put together a Rakdos Lizards deck. And usually whenever I think of Rakdos Lizards, I'm kind of underwhelmed because there's always better decks that are aggro decks, whether it's a Boros Burn deck or your good old mono red aggro deck. And usually Rakdos Lizards is in the back of my mind when I think of aggro decks. But when I built this deck, I had the mindset of trying to utilize all their really good abilities. Because if we really look at all these lizards, they do have a lot of good abilities. Hired Claw gets to make it in all those mono red and even the Boros Burn decks. But in an actual lizard deck, this card is even better because not only when this attacks, but when any of your other lizards attacks, you'll get to do that 1 damage. And speaking of 1 damage, a lot of our cards do 1 damage to our opponent in multiple ways. Whether it's whenever we play land, or whenever we play lizard, or even on summon we could do 1 damage. So the whole point is we're going to be doing 1 damage slowly but surely to our opponent, and even in our land base with Jagged Barrens, we could do 1 damage. Most of our cards are 2 drops or less. Scales of Shade is technically a 1 cost because we're always going to have at least 1 lizard on the board, so no one's going to see this card coming, and this is one of the biggest MVPs of the deck. Even as a 2 of, I always see it. And with Laughing Jasper Flint, if we can't win our games quick, and if we get into a stalemate of sorts, this card will let us use our opponent's deck against them. And with Fireglass Mentor, we could also get some sort of card advantage. So between both of these, we have plenty of resources to gain outside of what we draw. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Iridescent Vinelasher, 2 Burst Lightning, 4 Hired Claw, 4 Shoot the Sheriff, 4 Flamecache Gecko, 3 Viashino Pyromancer, 4 Fireglass Mentor, 4 Gastal Thrillseeker, 4 Gev Scaled Scorch, 2 Scales of Shale, 2 Laughing Jasper Flint, and for the lands we got 3 Swamps, 4 Mountains, 4 Blazemire Verge, 4 Jagged Barrens, 4 Fabled Passage, and 4 Starting Town. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. This hand is ridiculous, but what's good about it is, technically I could bring out my whole hand if I want to. Go Thrillseeker, Gecko, 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 Mentor. And that might actually be really good. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm gonna bring out everything. If they don't have a board wipe, then we are gonna definitely have a great time. And it all starts with the Thrillseeker, which enables the 1 damage for our opponent, not only giving us the extra speed. Oh yeah. I'm so funny. I just realized, I'm like, yeah, I could totally play the Thrillseeker, then go for the Gecko, but I'm like, wait a minute, I need 2 more mana. I'm thinking so far ahead, it's ridiculous, but okay. If this resolves, now we're going to bring out a whole big board. So let's see. If they counter it, that would be very unfortunate. Oh yeah, they sure do. That's fair. Yeah, they just don't care. They're just like, alright, we're just gonna mill you. Alright, this is where all it comes down to this. Can they stop all of this? I think that's enough. But it would be crazy if they board wipe all this. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I hope they don't. Alright, they are playing very reactive, it seems. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play this for 2 mana so we could do 1 damage with the Gev immediately. Really? Okay. So they go down to 14. They will take 11. We're going to be short 1 damage, I believe. If, of course, everything swings and the Scales of Shale also connects, but... I might not even use the Scales of Shale then, because if I could protect one of our creatures, even if they board wipe, then we should be able to win, I believe. All depends on what they do with the rest of their mana, of course, too. It would be crazy if they try to target Gev, pay the ward, then I use Scales of Shale. Oh my goodness, I think I got it now. So first they have to pay the 2. And now we use the Scales of Shale. It's indestructible. Now, seals the deal. Opponent's going first. The only issue with this hand is that all our lands are going to come in tapped until about turn 4 when the Fabled Passage will come in untapped. But even with this setback, I am not worried because our hand is really good. We're going to be constantly pinging our opponent for damage. They could also just counter this, but they don't. That's fair. So in a perfect world, we find a third land that could come in untapped, and then we play that land. Now they're playing a mill deck, it looks like. Very fair opponent. So how about we just take advantage of our mana? I mean, I could have went for Gev, but I do want to consistently deal damage, because you can think of it as I go for Gev, then I play all of our lizards on the following turn, then do damage per each lizard, or I'm going to play this Fabled Passage regardless, so I'm going to do 2 damage that way and still get 2 creatures out instead of 1, in case they have a board wipe, of course. So now they have to choose one of the 2, it looks like. And that's totally fine. Hope I draw a land, though. That'd be great. Oh. Well, though, that is still pretty good, I think. At the same time, I do want to go for the Gev. Just because all our future lizards will deal 1 damage upon entering, plus they get that 1/1 buff. So they don't have a board wipe. They're really going to be in trouble. But at the same time, they probably could board wipe me. But they need 1 more white source because, if I'm not mistaken, most of the board wipes require at least 2 white sources. Could be wrong, but that's what I, from off the top of my head. Like you think of Day of Judgment, Ultima, even that new one that exiles all the creatures in the spacecrafts. I think it exiles them. So... just trying to take apart our board. That's fine. If we could draw a land right now, that would be phenomenal. Okay, it's not a land. But I'm gonna make it work. I'll do the 1 damage regardless. This is very tough. I want to do it like this. I want to try to find a land and go double Hired Claw, which would be very nice. We don't need that though, so I am going to put that on the bottom. I'm going to do it like this because we're still dishing out a lot of damage, but we were trying to find a land too, which would have really helped us. But we're still doing a lot of damage while maintaining a big hand. And even if they do board wipe us, we still have a whole bunch of cards in our hand, so not really that worried. And we still have 29 cards in our deck, so if they can't answer this board right now, I think we win next turn. And like I said, they can't board wipe us unless they have double white mana sources. Yeah, that's totally fine. We don't care about spot removal. I mean, we care about not decking out, of course, but we're going to make it work. So right now we have 4 damage if we don't even do anything. Yeah, this should be it. Play the land, take some damage, and yeah, that's it. We just go for the swing. This will be 6 damage right there. Opponent's going first. I'll keep this. Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate we can't do a Hired Claw turn 1 because of our mana. But it's all good. Still going to do that 1 damage. Maze Mind Tome. Very fancy. Yeah, okay. So they could get rid of the Hired Claw and they get that 1/1 flyer. Is that the move, though? So they end up getting rid of the Fireglass Mentor, which is a good card advantage card for the deck, so that's fair. So this is the move. We go for Hired Claw. We're going to go for the swing. They will take 2 plus the 1 from Hired Claw. If they don't have a board wipe next turn, we will be in great shape, by the way. Because we will do the 2 damage, and then we play the Gecko, which will produce us even more mana to bring out even more creatures. So now we go for the Pyromancer. Do 2 more damage. So without that board wipe, they are definitely going to be in a tough spot. But if they do board wipe us, well, that'd be very unfortunate. So it's the moment of truth. Plus, I hope our next draw isn't a land. If it's anything else, that would be great. Just adding to our existing army of lizards that hopefully won't get board wiped. Okay, they don't have the board wipe. They do gain life, though. And they get rid of the Scales of Shale, which isn't a 1-drop, so they won't get their card. Even though the Jagged Barrens does 1 damage, I think I might end up trying to draw something else. Pretty sure, at least. I just want to find something else that's more impactful. As I draw another land, probably. That's so funny. But what's not so funny is that our opponent's going to take a lot of damage from this Vinelasher now that we drew. So I guess it works out in its own way. So now if they get rid of the tome, which they're doing right now, they're going to go to 9. So now if they have that board wipe that we were very fearful of, we will be in trouble. All depends though. Okay, we get to go first. I'm going to keep this. We'll start off with Hired Claw. Go for the Thrillseeker so we could get the speed going for us, and if we go to max speed eventually, the future Thrillseekers that we draw will have haste and death touch, of course. So ideally we find a 3rd land and we go for Laughing Jasper Flint, but even if we don't, we just shoot the Sheriff on the fear of missing out and just keep swinging. Nice. So, what do we do? Do we play a creature? Do we remove that? They're playing a Reanimator deck. That's not good. Alright. So, let's go for the swing. Let's see how they block it. Alright, so we're going to go and use the Burst Lightning on that. Still get our damage in. We'll go for the Pyromancer now. Just producing more stuff on the board. See what powerful creatures they put in the graveyard now. Interesting. So they only have Sin in their graveyard as a threat, which isn't that bad. So we'll get rid of you. Go for the swing. Pump up the Hired Claw. So even if they reanimate Sin, well, at the same time though, they could get another permanent with it. But it's randomized. So they get Rakdos joins up, which will give them another creature. I was really hoping we wouldn't draw this land, but we still drew it. This has Death Touch on it, so I'm going for the swing. It's fine. Play a land, we're going to pump up the claw. Go for Laughing Jasper Flint. Go from there. When Sin attacks, though, I know it gets to do that ability again, so we gotta be careful. You're gonna get more cards in the graveyard. What will they do? So they end up using Bitter Triumph. But do they swing with both or just one? They don't even swing at all. Very fancy. So they have to, I was going to say they have to have another creature on the board. They go for the swing, very fancy. Get a land with the, I guess we just block it. We will take 3 damage though. So yeah, technically we won. I was going to say they can't block everything. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.